season or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He was
I
over here
that,
cooking casuals, and I'm trolling Mars. I'm the best ever.
I cooked you and Kareem and Will as well. Don't get twisted.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Hey, yo, I was waiting to say that,
I
man.
forgot
Thank you,
about
Lo.
Kareem.
I was waiting on ticket, man. Shit.
I was waiting. No, hey, for somebody to say that. Thank you, Lo. You know what? Hold on. I was waiting to say that because shout to Mars, and I do like follow your show, bro. But I remember earlier this season you was talking spicy about Kevin Durant. I had you under big pressure. Stop it. Don't ever come at the chat and pretend like you superior over the chat. I was waiting to say something, bro. Let's
I'm still superior.
Let's get this clear. Let's get this clear. Hold on. Let's get
call
this.
our viewers casuals. Don't
They are.
Bro, you trust me. You don't want somebody like Big Fan Breezy on you like that, bro. Trust me. I cook shit. Like, all right. So, for instance, do you know since
Yeah,
you know
I talk
everything,
football, bro. You can see it in the name. Look at it.
do you know since you said you know everything, you know the first person to hit a 3-pointer, Mars?
Pardon?
Do you know the first person to hit a 3-pointer?
No.
All right. So again, that's what I'm saying. Tread lightly. So my point is this.
Who cares?
My point is
I've actually heard the name of the person who did it, and I can't remember.
right. He's a Celtic player. He's a Celtic player.
No one cares.
No. No, the point is that he jumped on with this air of arrogance, saying that he knows everything. I know.
Right.
What I'm saying is, tread lightly when I'm in the chat. If you see Big Fan Breezy in the chat, you should shy away from such dialogue because I cook shit, bro. So
okay, get to cooking then, bro. Get to cooking.
Listen. No, to be honest with you, I came up here because I was enjoying the conversation. So what I wanted to say about Kobe Bryant, but I heard y'all going back and forth, is that he impacted the game like a mindset. And if we did that the same way right now today, and you say, okay, Kobe had the Mamba mentality, and then we just pick any random player and say what kind of mentality they got, and you'll see the reason why Kobe is great. Because and shout to Jimmy Butler. I wanted to say that to Dub because I seen a clip with Jimmy Butler. He was like, yo, I didn't even believe in myself in high school and college. He said, I only got here because of my work ethic. You know what I'm saying? He said, once I started believing in myself, that's when I became a better player. So I'm saying that to say Kobe impacted the game in a way, if you just believe in yourself and you got the work ethic, you could be one of the best players that played in the game. I ain't really come up here for smoke, bro. It's open gym. I'll be chilling.
Hey, I'm a Kobe fan, but how much do you put on like him getting swept by Dallas though in the playoffs?
Nah, he was hurt. There's a lot of stuff going on with that team. He was hurt as well.
It's a team sport too. I don't like to put any one thing.
No, I
on
know
a
because
player
I'm just saying because I watch Players' Choice and I see how sometimes the narrative could be if you get swept out of the playoffs you go down you go down in the numbers so I'm just saying you know what I mean.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know, man. I can't call that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know.
Oh, but you know the
the first 3-pointer. He was hobbled, man. It wasn't the same Kobe that series. If you look at the games.
Yo, Dub, I just wanted to ask you a question, bro. You're the perfect person to ask on Players' Choice because your team has got, Coach Spo, and y'all got a lot of G League players, and Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, is the only superstar. I don't consider Bam a superstar. How much do you contribute coaching to winning basketball and the NBA?
It depends. So this is the thing. I'm gonna mute you for a second because there's a lot of noise in the background.
For sure.
Who was? Was that him? There's a lot of noise to somebody's background.
Nah, that's me. I'm at the park. My bad.
Nah, no problem. So the thing is, you just got to look at things differently, right? If there's a scenario like the Miami Heat, for an example, where you can obviously see that the coaching is doing a phenomenal job for us to be successful, then you give credit to them. But then if you see another time where we'll say Darvin Ham, for example, he's just on a team that's just really good, and it's not really his coaching adjustments that's making the change, then we're not going to give him that much credit for that as well. So you just got to rank and rate things differently.
That's crazy.
Who's a part of it?
You're really just hating on Darvin Ham right now.
Yeah, why?
I'm just bringing up an example. God,
no, but you're saying his coaching changes, but he's made plenty of coaching changes.
Coach Bud, I don't like the lineups he's been using. I don't like the way he's been coaching. I'm not going.
Oh, that's fair. I give you Coach Bud, but Darvin Ham, I don't think he's done anything that's, you know what I'm saying.
Well, don't get
been that bad.
Don't get stuck on the point. Just don't get stuck on the person. Just hear the point. All right, Coach Bud. I'll change it, Coach Bud.
There we go. That's
Thank you.
That's
Thank
a
you. Thank you.
Shout out to Coach Bud, man.
So I'm not gonna give somebody like that too much credit, right? But in my opinion, in the NBA, on how to be successful in a team and how to be successful in the NBA, you need to implement systems. You need to have a focal point offense. You need to have a coach that has the ability to do that, to make adjustments. And right now, I just think the league as a whole just kind of stemmed away from that because we don't see it. We don't see it like we used to anymore.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I just wanted to add this one thing, because I know some of y'all, it's eras in basketball. You know what I'm saying? And some vloggers, they didn't see the 80s and the 90s. They heard about it and they vlog on it. And it's not a pun. It's not a sub. I'm not coming at nobody. I'm just saying the game evolved where I don't think they developing players from the mid range no more. It's not as vital or relevant to the offensive schemes in basketball, and I think that they missing with that. And they call guys who do have the mid range some of the best in the game with DeRozan, Kevin Durant, and etc. Right, but it's not. It's a handful.
Like Dub said, let's not focus on the names.
Let's not focus on the names. Let's focus on the point. Yeah, DeRozan. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not focusing on the fact they said the
That's a stretch.
Devin Booker, KD, Shea, De'Aaron Fox.
No, not to harp on the 2% wrong thing I said, but 98%. The mid range is what I'm discussing, and how it's a lost art. And case in point is, I'm more of a, fan of the game than a player. So the mid range is what I'm saying. We went away from that. So I agree with Dub. I feel like we did go away from the NBA did go away from the mid range, and it's heavy relied on the 3-ball. And it is a lot of players that could be developed if they went back to that style of basketball. That's all I'm saying.
Look at hold on real quick. Look at the playoffs, bro. Look at the playoffs and look how the mid range in the playoffs has made a huge return. Look at how Murray is playing when he was dominating that first game against the Suns. Look how many mid-range. He got hot from 3 too, but look how many mid-range jumpers he was knocking down. Look at Russell and what he's doing with the Lakers and how many mid-range jumpers. The mid-range makes a return in the playoffs because you can't rely just on 3-point shooting to win games. It's a make or miss league.
Hold on, fellas. I want to hear what Lowe has to say because it seems.
Do you agree with that though?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Low, what you got to say?
There's nothing wrong with the league, bro. It's fine, bro. It's fine.
This
is the most efficient basketball that we've seen in NBA history.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
it's just saying you can make a living off of the mid range right now, but everybody that uses it is it's killer with it, bro. Like you like the names that you said, Shea, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, Booker. You know what I mean? All of those guys, when they use it, they're deadly from it, bro. And everybody's just trying to be a Steph Curry nowadays, bro. And that's just it's not gonna work for everybody.
Who's everyone?
How many
Trae Young,
how many teams?
Those type of players.
How many teams are averaging more than 30? How many?
Right.
I'm not just saying that.
I agree with you.
I'm just saying the game, just the game, the way it's going. How many teams average?
It should be.
How many teams average more than 30? How many teams average more than 30? And
the big
case in point, look at game one. Look at game one from the Lakers and Warriors. You can make a living in the paint.
On the paint or in the mid range? What are we talking about right now?
In the paint or mid range, because you've seen Anthony Davis using that in his game. I'm talking about 2 points to 3 points.
Right. Yeah.
You got to look at the areas of the floor differently. You have to look at the areas of the floor differently. A shot in the paint is still a high value shot, not necessarily the mid range. So you can still for sure win from two.
Breezy. There's too much noise in the background, bro. So we got to keep that music.
There's nothing wrong with today's game. It's fine, bro. The players the best players in the league normally have a diverse palette of shot selection. It's normally not heavily off of one way or another, unless you're like Steph Curry or Dame or something like that.
Right.
And this is probably this is the most efficient and most skill set that we've seen from a scoring aspect in NBA history.
But
role players should not be shooting mid-range jumpers.
You can't touch nobody in this game.
Right. I was about to say, don't you think they can do something defensively to, like, the closeout rule? I think is one of the big ones that affect the 3-point shot so much. It's hard to stop a player like Michael Porter or something when he's hot because you just can't get into him the same way with the rules and how it is on a closeout.
And also, it's going to be more efficient, of course, because you can't touch nobody. You can't close out on nobody. It's just that of course, it's going to be more efficient of a game.
No, this is it's more efficient because they took out inefficient shots. So like post ups
and you can't touch nobody. You get.
I'm not saying that doesn't have an
you
impact.
sneeze on somebody and it's a foul.
But what's more impactful?
I disagree with that.
I know he's just saying hyperbolic things he heard on ESPN.
Right.
What's more impactful?
No.
What's more impactful?
All right. Okay.
Hold on.
What's more impactful is that they remove the mid-range shots and like shots that really don't need to exist at any volume, as well as post-up shots, especially from players who aren't that great in the post. That's why the game has been.
I agree with that.
That's a way bigger, way bigger contributing factor.
Yeah,
you don't think?
Oh,
my bad. Go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, I wanted to say I don't think the mid range is gone. I just think back in the day, role players would get the ball kicked out to them, and then they would attack a closeout and then pull up from 18 feet.
Yes,
that is gone. Role players, you do not have if either you're spotting up or you're cutting to the rim. There's no mid range shots in your arsenal at all. The superstars still have the license to shoot the mid range.
Yes,
they can do KD, Devin Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving,
DeMar DeRozan.
CP3 in the prime.
They will have the right to shoot the mid-range shot as much as they want. But it's the role players, and that's why teams shoot so many threes, because the role players are the ones spotting up all the time.
Yes.
They're the ones who get all those looks. But the mid-range hasn't died. It's just the people taking them. The subsection of the people taking them has changed. It's like back in the day, like a lot of people who say, "Oh, people can't shoot better now," because the league average shooting back like in the 90s was also like 34% from free. But the amount of people taking the threes is much higher now. So if there's more people
100%.
taking threes and they're still shooting 34% compared to back in the day when only the best shooters were the ones shooting threes and they were still shooting 34%, that would still mean people shoot better now, even though the percentage is the same. It's the same thing with the mid-range. Back in the day, more people shot the mid-range, but they were less specialists in the mid-range. Now the only people who take them are the specialists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why the game's changed. And it's similar with the post-up. Like you're not.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You got to develop more guys like that instead of developing these guys in AAU with just 3-pointers. That's all they want to do.
You don't need to develop more mid-range shooters. It's fine. It
should
be only like 20 to 25 players.
That's your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
Nah, that's your opinion. Because the guys, so you can become a star, but there's superstars in this league that do it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I mean, if you stop talking, you listen. I just acknowledge that there should only be 20 to 25 players who attempt mid-range shots. I just acknowledge that. But to say that there needs to be more, only.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
The rest of the role players do not need to be shooting mid-range at any volume at all. No.
I don't agree with Low on that point. Like if only reason if like say like Vando for example, just a hypothetical. If Vando could, who is not a good 3-point shooter, could take a step in or attack a closeout and pull up a more consistent mid-range shot, you don't think that would add value to his game?
There's no way you think that Vando mids.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hold on.
He's right.
I'm just saying that. Hold on, Lo. Let me finish.
Go.
Hold on. All I'm saying is he's obviously a poor. He's obviously a poor 3-point shooter, and I think a mid-range shot can be more effective to help. Actually, teams have to respect him and close out. If he took a couple steps in and actually could knock down, 18-footer instead of trying to shoot threes at a horrible percentage, you don't think that would help his offense and help the Lakers' offense as a whole instead of being not guarded at all?
What would I think there's other ways to just utilize players like Vando that they're not doing, and those players when they get utilized, it can still be impactful offensively, such as a Draymond.
And this is a regular.
And so we're talking about there's just better ways.
How many Draymonds is there in the league, Lo?
Oh, there's not in particular, but like players who have a liability on the offensive side of the floor where they're not being defended.
Yes.
Listen to Joe. There's probably like
and then still have a value of a Draymond. Name me the players that are like that.
Value of a Draymond. So if you add a piece to your game, so if you add a piece to your game, it's a detriment. That's just make it make sense, bro.
No. What I'm saying is that the piece that he's referring to adding to his game, there's just other ways to add to his game that would be more
like how?
You just said to do not develop mid-range shooters. You just said
hold on, bro. Hold on. Let him answer. Let him answer.
If you can't add a 3-point shot, then you can be more of an off-ball screener, so you can open up the game not only for the shooter but also yourself in terms of attack to the baskets.
Right, but
to the rim better. But
yes,
but
that works on a team with great, you know what I'm saying, catch and shoot type of coming off pick
I don't think
shooters.
he has to be catch and shoot. I think he can do that.
You know
with
what I'm saying?
D'Lo.
You talking about screening, but they do that because they have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, some of the greatest catch and shoot players of all time. So when you talk about a Lakers team, who are you screening for? LeBron James?
No, D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves.
Lonnie Walker?
I'm just
Lonnie need to get
general,
some
the
more playing
names of
time.
players in
Malik Beasley?
They don't. He doesn't do any of it though. He doesn't do any of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's because their offense is not predicated on that. When you talk
But
about
that's
Golden
more of
State,
a- that's
their
more of a
offense is
problem.
predicated on getting those guys catch and shoot looks.
But that's more of a problem with the offense though, not necessarily his.
Okay,
inability.
so how can Vando on the Lakers, like
Be
I
a
said, how can
screener
Vando on the
for the
Lakers
shooters.
be more of a consistent plus offensively? How?
Be a screener for the shooters. That
Nah,
is-
no,
that's my
bro.
question.
No, that's a horrible answer to me.
What do you think if he starts shooting mids? What do you think he could shoot from mid?
I don't know, Lo. I'm just
bring it
saying.
on
All
more
I'm saying is, if he
mathematics.
mastered or got better, like a Horace Grant or a type of player like that can hit mid-range shots, he can
Sure.
be more of a plus on the offensive
But you're-
end, and the
you're
teams couldn't
naming-
just ignore him and put him in the corner, and he would and just chuck up bad percentage threes. That's all
You're
I'm
naming-
saying.
you're
And if you don't agree with that, I don't know why.
If Vanderbilt shot 45% on baseline jump shots, a team still wouldn't.
I just is fine, but it's actually in the flow of the game. So if he knocks down 3 or 4 in a row, you know what I'm saying? Teams are like, oh my God, okay, we got to do something about this.
No,
They're not gonna. Yeah, I think they will. That's where I disagree. That's where I disagree.
Not the mid-range.
I'm not saying
Not the mid-range.
if he knocks down 3 or 4 in a row, team's gonna have to make an adjustment.
Okay, if he knocks 3 of the 4 threes in a row, I guess they're going to make an adjustment.
But he can't. Is my point.
He can't knock 3 or 4 mid range in a row. You're naming things that these are hypotheticals that you're conjuring up in your mind.
That was my point. I'm saying it was a hypothetical. If he got good at that, Low, God dang, bro.
Well, if he got good at 3-pointers, then he could knock down 3 or 4 threes in a row.
But he can't. Never mind,
So,
bro.
okay,
All right.
so he can't also
all right.
shoot.
Now you guys are arguing whose hypothetical is less
That's
hypothetical.
what I'm saying.
Right, that's right. What's more likely?
A hypothetical
Okay.
about him potentially getting.
That's
so
all.
good at
But the
mid-range
whole
shots, he
thing
can
was
make
the
3 or 4
mid-range
in a
shot. The whole thing was shooters should not be taking role players should not be taking mid-ranges. I'm saying if they got good at it, like they were in previous years, in previous eras, it could be to an advantage to a team. You said no. That's
But here's
that's
the
my
thing.
point, Lo. Damn.
If they got really good at the
Avery,
mid-range,
say this one last thing, and I got to rotate.
all right. If a player got really good at the mid-range, they would no longer be a role player. I think that's also lowering them point. You turn into like, oh man, this guy's a go-to, like a Kawhi Leonard has a great mid-range. And then he turned into from a role player to a really good player. If you have a really good,
now that I agree, I disagree with. There are role players who are quality mid-range. Like I think
Okay,
Rui's a solid mid-range shooter.
Hey, Lo,
That's true.
before I'm out of here, though, I do want to get your channel, though, bro, because, you know, hey, regardless of what we disagree, dog, I still want to support, bro. So, whatever your channel is, bro, fucking shit, I'll support everybody on the panel, bro.
Oh, you just
Appreciate
you
you.
Appreciate you.
Boss, drop the link in the chat, man. Breezy, what's up, bro?
I just wanted to say thanks. I know you about to rotate, guys. I just wanted to let you know, as a guy who team not in the playoffs, I plan on kicking up more dust as soon as I can. You know, messing up the party, doing whatever I can to make guys uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know it's all love, man. Shout out to players.
Hey, and I talk football, dog. I got my own channel too. If you guys want to check it out, RaiderGate 420, dog. So I talk football all day there. So yeah.
Got you, man. Drop the link in the chat,
new
bro.
channel.
Hey,
Y'all
salute, Open Gym. Appreciate y'all. Lo, you a nasty man, and I catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Hey, much love to you, Lo. Respect, brother.
Oh my goodness,
And then there were 3, man.
man, you got to stop cooking up casuals and thinking that you're doing something else. It's getting ridiculous, bro.
There's only
Peace.
Hey, much love to you, Lo. Respect, brother.
Oh my goodness,
And then there were 3, man.
man, you got to stop cooking up casuals and thinking that you're doing something else. It's getting ridiculous, bro.
there's only casuals on players. Who do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go?
I know, but it's kind of
Like,
nasty.
I'm on the panel. I'm
Don't you do
cooking
the
there.
same thing?
No, I don't. He had a whole like WWE promo for in middle thing. He had a whole
You
heel
watched
turn.
that? You was there for
Yes,
that?
I did. I was like, yo, Mars has lost his mind, bro.
Bro.
I need to
I
promote.
almost
I need
cried.
to promote my channel. I need to promote my
Whole
channel.
heel turn midway
It
through
was
the
so good.
thing.
It was so good. Start bench cut, Reggie Miller, AI, Ray Allen.
Let's be honest.
Don't be nasty today.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Don't be nasty today. Are you
Let's
gonna
be-
cut AI? You cutting AI?
Let's be honest with ourselves, Dub.
Dub, I want you to go first.
You know who I'm gonna say.
Dub, I want you to go first.